that wants to run at you. Something that can stop that from happening would always be great. Right now, though, EDG, they're going to hover through quite a lot of different options. They've got plenty available to them. Come on through for Weiwei. He's looking towards the top side of the map. There's no vision right here, and ZDZ is very pushed up.
Yeah, does hit level 5, so does have the advantage right now over Zika, who very smartly goes in front of ZDZ to make sure he cannot Justice Punch away. The taunt only going to land onto Weiwei as ZDZ in a whole lot of trouble, and it's going to be first blood for the Viego and LNG.
It felt like tested alone for the last couple minutes. Wink might get caught right here. He's going to step up.
Bit of a hairy situation here for Wink and Xiaohao. They are very lucky that that Zenith Blade went wide from Zhou. Otherwise, that could have been a bit of a problem. Enchanted Crystal Arrow, though, does connect. And Zika, he teleported away before anybody. He really knew that that arrow was going to hit. The Hero's Entrance comes in. ZDZ picks up the kill. And EDG equalized the score at 1 for now.
Now they're potentially looking for a dive right here. Assume slowly going to be pushing this wave in. All 5 members of EDG have roamed up. It means free pushes on the rest of the map, but can you get the kills?
I mean, this has to work for EDG, otherwise they're going to lose a lot in terms of just pure waves on both the mid and the bottom lane. Hex Slash in from Wink. The target immediately should be Photic, who gets chunked down and bursted here by the Shuriken of Angel, and he perfectly executes out to safety. Here's the re-engage, though. Haichao misses everybody with the Emperor's Divide. And that could have been a big turnaround for LNG underneath their tower, but Haichao unable to convert.
Oof, yeah, that
LNG to just clip farm it up there.
He is. That was gorgeous, to be fair. And Wink is also going to join in. That's going to dissuade this dive for the most part. You really don't want to be diving into a Nautilus right now. And that's quite a lot blown, quite a lot of time invested top lane for no reward for LNG, whilst at the same time they're losing a ton of tower damage bot lane, and they lost out onto that first Drake. First Drake does finally fall. EDG are going to be able to pick that one up for themselves. It's now 1 apiece in terms of that feat of the objectives, but it doesn't matter. It's just going to be the feat going over right here to EDG. They're going to be able to pick up 2 of those. Nice early game so far for EDG. Exactly what we were.
Just a threat of potentially getting picked off with an Enchanted Crystal Arrow or the Paranoia coming out from Xiaohao is enough for LNG to play more on the defensive. The Dredge line just lands on the Zhou, is able to pop the Eclipse and keep himself rather healthy. Not a ton of follow-up, specifically from the solo laners. You see ZDZ making his way down to try to push another wave towards the bot side, but LNG, they're deciding that this is now their move as Zika is walking up.
Yeah, with 5 members in the area, definitely could be a good situation right now. ZDZ, he is on his way though, and will have that ulti.
Here.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Hawkshot just got everybody in vision here for LNG, and Zika gets caught up by the arrow and shut down to start off the fight, and it'll be 2 kills immediately here as Assume is able to pick up the second. Angel dashes forward, able to dash back out the burn.
Often does come to you. They pick up the Rift Tower, going to be able to put it down in the mid lane as well. Potentially pick themselves up this mid lane tier 1. Not quite going to go for that one. Instead, peel back to take themselves this second Drake of the game. Everything right now coming up EDG.
And remember, you were saying earlier how LNG, they have to be the ones to start off the fights. They got to be at the objectives first. They kind of half listened to you. They sent up Zika early, but they seem very indecisive in terms of whether they really want.
There's not a lot of League of Legends left to be played in this split, but there is a lot left this year. And this first split is often a bit of a warm-up, so we'll have to see what they can do to change it. Photic is currently being hunted right now. Pretty hard to jump an Ezreal, so they don't try, but they do at least put enough pressure down to be able to pick up that mid lane tier 1 tower. Now getting some decent damage, some decent push onto this tier 2 as well. Not helped by the fact that...
here for that second item. You see the second item, Hurricane, also picked up here for Assume. Do a lot of AoE damage in the team fight, so I really think that EDG is in a good position to even potentially start this up, and that is exactly what they are going to do.
Yeah, they've once again left themselves. ZDZ on the Galio down in the mid lane is able to push this one through. Will be able to join the team with that Hero's Entrance. And we've said repeatedly, LNG are not a good composition right here to be walking into the opponent's world. They're going to be forced to do that. You really don't want to just give up this buff for free.
About half HP. Zika does have the teleport, but immediately Wink is going to go in here and land the depth charge onto 2. Solar Flare is splashed away from. Here comes the Paranoia. Only right now Zhuo in a lot of trouble. Zika teleports in and immediately has to flash away. Now stuck in a 1v5. Gets locked up by the taunt. The Equalizer not doing nearly enough. And the Otacon will reset, but it will come at the cost of Zika's life. LNG lose 1 and are now struggling to gain control here in the top side.
As long as you don't believe that LNG can just start here for EDG, and they are more than comfortable doing this because they have no expectation that LNG can start up the Atacama buff, and they are correct in that assumption.
Yeah, I'm still thinking about that teleport from Zika a little bit as well. I mean, it would have been good if...
Overall, interesting decision-making plays right here to send your jungler to go be the one to push out the mid lane. It works though when you're on the Nocturne because you can use that paranoia to go and join up the team fight pretty quickly. LNG, they're still going to stand around this one. They're still going to try. Mid lane tier tower is just being taken by the jungler.
Yeah, so almost EDG daring LNG to finish off this Otacon. Xiaohao does have the paranoia, should be able to jump into the pit using that control ward vision that is available. Wei going to potentially be the target as immediately Zhuo is the one who starts to engage again. Haichao unable to land a single person on the Emperor's Divide, as it's already a 2-0 going EDG's way. Assume now has that Ranger's focus unlocked. Angel with the Shuriken flip will take down Zika, and the Otacon is now down to 500 HP. 5,000, I should say. Photic flashing forward. Ooh. The health bars are so low, but he will not be able to find a single kill, as Xiaohao and ZDZ are still healthy on the front line, as the Otacon is still remaining tethered. Haichao has to be the difference maker here, potentially. Enchanted Crystal Arrow will not connect, as finally the Otacon will respawn another 3.
EDG though, they're happy with this. This is working for them great. They are not the ones who are making massive errors right here. The longer the LNG decide to bleed gold on the map, the better it is for them. They can just rinse and repeat this one again and again. And talking of again and again, here we go.
Yeah, I mean, having all these semi-globals from EDG definitely helps. It means that they're able to get to the fight a little bit faster. Speaking of, Enchanted Crystal Arrow immediately lands onto Photic, and the paranoia will force him to arcane shift away. Xiaohao now taking a lot of damage. Taunt lands onto 3 members. ZDZ popping off in this fight, and already Photic is down. The damage, though, is big on the other side from LNG. Zika burning them down nicely, but nobody falls just yet. ZDZ will be able to reset and teleport right back and do this whole fight again, unless LNG has some...
The thing is, as much as we are, poking at the way the LNG are playing this one out, because of the composition they have, because of the champions they have, Zika does so much damage that these fights are never just winnable for EDG. They have to get 1 kill and then move away.
Oh, this is interesting, though. Looks like
this one now.
So EDG is going to get the soul here, but the Otacon might actually get picked up this time. No! Angel steals it away on the Akali. The jungler wasn't even there, and LNG still are unable to pick up the Otacon buff. Zhuo will fall. Assume is doing so much damage with the Ranger's focus. Haichao finally dashes forward, but he still doesn't have enough. Here comes Xiaohao. Picks up Photic and should be able to grab even more kills, as Haichao is next on the menu. He will not burn down, but that is so worth it for EDG. They get 3 kills and they all revive and head right back to the top side of the map.
ZDZ teleports back in because top lane is the best lane, and Angel pushes through mid. What is this game? I cannot believe that EDG managed to steal that one away after we sit top lane for 15 full minutes watching LNG attempt to take this Atacama buff, and there isn't a jungler in the area. They still don't manage to secure it. It feels like a microcosm of the season right now for LNG. Nothing has worked out for them pretty much since they picked up that first win versus Thundertalk in Game 1 of the split. And to add just a little bit more to it, it is going to be a Baron going over right here to EDG. They might have just healed at some point midway through. The fight on the back end is crazy as well. Picture in picture, though, you can see LNG are losing out on a ton of map pressure, too.
Trying to qualify teams to MSI, but there's a lot of things that need to be fixed here for LNG. They are not playing good League of Legends right now.
No.
Even despite all the expectations that were given to them. The gold lead over 10,000 in favor of EDG. As it's been a relatively slow game, but that is exactly the way that EDG have wanted to play this one here. It just seems like LNG never wanted to push the go button until it was way too late.
Let's see if this is just going to be a little bit of a dive right here. The push coming through. They've got a 4-1 going on right now, do EDG, using their Baron to pretty good effect so far. Haven't been able to get the full 1-3-1 going. Top wave is kind of sat in no man's land right now, but it seems like they're more than happy to just slowly push this one through, pick themselves up these towers without over pushing. And hey, at the end of this game, it's going to be very hard to pick an MVP, but I know who my LVP is. I mean, honestly, ZDZ is inting in this game. Look at that. Look at that KDA. How can you die?
Yeah, what did he do? He died one time.
There it
Ridiculous.
goes.
Okay, there comes the Enchanted Crystalera once again. Hai Chao just not able to do anything in that fight. Pot lands here on the Zhuo. He's certainly doomed as well. It's a double kill coming in for the Akali. Angel ending this one, or have right now, I should say, at 8-0 and 4. They're going to pick up this bot lane inhibitor, look to end this game right here and right now. Arcane Ship away from the dredge line, now at 3v5 underneath the Nexus turrets, and it should not be like that for long. Zika will fall. Weiwei and Photic running the wrong direction, and it'll be right back to the fountain and right back to the drawing board here for LNG. They get dismantled here in game number 2. 18-1 the final kill score in EDG. Our on match.